Hello, friends, and welcome to the Virtual Strangers review discussion of Accounting Plus. This is a game that came from Squanch Games, which I think at the time that it originally released was Squanch Tendo. They changed their name to Squanch Games, but it released way back when on PC as a free demo. It got added to, and it went from Accounting to Accounting Plus. That was released the 19th of December 2017 on PSVR, and then came to PC the following year on the 18th of October 2018. It retails for, it says £11 99 on here, and I was thinking this was around $10 on the American store, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
Yeah,
they've up.
I thought it was cheaper, but when I looked, it was £11.99, which I thought was quite pricey.
I
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
I remember it being $10 too.
yeah.
Did they raise it?
They may have because they did recently update the game yet again. They've updated it a lot, added a lot to it, and yeah, this is a. I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe what this game is. It's barely a game. It's more like an experience. You can die in the game, but it's part of the game. You have to die in this game, or you'll never see the end of it. Which, if you take the wrong path, you will never see the end of it. It just repeats. But I don't know, Alex. How would you describe this game? What kind of a game is this?
It's difficult. Is it even a game? I don't know. It's basically from the creators of Rick and Morty. Uh, um, that sort of humor, just total randomness, just complete nonsense. You're either gonna find it funny or you're not. If you don't find Rick and Morty funny, if like Trover Saves the Universe, if you don't find that sort of stuff amusing, then just don't bother with this because you're not going to enjoy it. But if you do like that sort of stuff, then it's definitely worth putting a bit of time into. There is a free version on the PC. My personal recommendation would be just try and pick this up on a sale, because I think it's worth playing through the extra that you get with this. And if you play the free version, then you play this afterwards, then you kind of not really, you feel like you're not really getting much more. But it's worth playing through the full plus version, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I put my sister in this one as one of her first VR experiences ever, and I thought she would like it because she likes Rick and Morty, but she doesn't have a lot of patience, and she was trying to learn how to play VR at the same time as she was in this game. People telling her to quit fucking about, and constantly telling her the wrong thing to do. It's in the cabinet. No, it's not in the cabinet. Why the fuck would we put it in the cabinet? Shit like that. And she barely lasted 10 minutes in this thing. I had to help her through the office part that you're looking at right now, and then she barely passed the VR test that Clovis gives you in the menu screen. And when she got the tree guy, she was done. Because, tree guy starts berating you immediately, telling you not to do anything you do. Tree guy cusses you out and tells you not to do it. And yeah, this is it's a comedy experience as much as it's a game. Uh, it is kind of a game because you do have to make your way through it. It's not like a walking sim where it's obvious what you're supposed to do and you can just go through. There's it's kind of like a series of escape the rooms with multiple ways out in a lot of them. So there's different paths, which creates a lot of replayability. But the whole novelty here is in the dialogue and the comedy of it. Um, okay, Roots, tell us a little bit about the comedy and the dialogue. Did you find it funny?
Oh yeah, actually, I found it very funny. Actually, I'm very surprised that your sister didn't like it. And no, liking Rick and Morty, that tree thing, I was laughing my ass off. And he's yelling at me, and I guess it can be a bit much if you're already trying to learn something. But there's so many scenes in there where there's multiple people talking and talking shit, and I really thought it was funny. I enjoyed it a lot. But I enjoy Rick and Morty. I enjoy Trover Saves the Universe. I think the comedy, in my opinion, is where it shines. And oh my God, Clovis. Let's just talk about Clovis. If because most people are going to sit in the menu for a little bit, and like you should know by the time you've listened to Clovis talk for a little bit whether you're going to like the game or not, because that whoever did that nailed it. They nailed that fucking part. It makes me today. I was laughing again because it's just so good. The way he talks, and he's so laid back, and everything's chill, and it's just really good. I think you take the comedy and the voice acting out of this, and the game is mediocre at best, to be honest.
Clovis is all about the menu, and he doesn't want you to feel any pressure. Just take your time and play the game as you see fit. And that's pretty much how Clovis is. And I played this game on both the PlayStation and the PC. And I think Clovis is a little bit different. The dialogue, it's got the same drive, but I think that they put a different track to it in PlayStation VR because he says the same thing slightly differently.
Yeah, it talks about the play station. Go to the play
Yeah,
station. And obviously it's a bit of a joke on the PlayStation, but
right.
it doesn't do that on the PC. But yeah, I listened to someone play on the PlayStation. He kept saying, you need to go to PlayStation 2. Yes, that's right. We called it the PlayStation. Get
Yeah.
over it. And it's like, yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to say here about this game. It's not a graphical powerhouse. It's cartoony. Uh, the where this game shines is in the creativity, the um, the room variety. Like I said, it's kind of an escape the room with a where you make it from one room into the next. The concept of the game is, I guess we should start with that. Um, you have just been hired on to this accounting firm or this business as an accountant, and they want you to take your training in virtual reality. So you grab your VR goggles, you put them on, and lo and behold, it's the wrong VR program, and you're stuck in it. So that's how you end up in Tree World here. And the concept of the game is you have to find your way out of this VR program, and you make your way down through levels of it by finding VR goggles or killing yourself. You get deeper by putting on goggles, and you come up a level closer to escaping by dying. So that's basically the concept. Find the goggles or find a way to kill yourself. And you're not really killing yourself, by the way. It's obviously VR. But talk about the level of variety in the rooms, Alex. There's a lot of different off the wall, unique places that you visit in this game.
Yeah, they've done there's just there's nothing like this. It's just the characters and like even like you said, just the menu when you're in the menu screen and just listening to Clovis, and it's just so funny. I found I literally laughed out loud so many times in this thing because it's just so funny, and you can listen to this dialogue for ages. You can sit there and it will just go on and on and on. It doesn't loop round, and it's just my advice would be if you like sort of humor, just take your time. Don't rush. Don't rush to try and get to the next level. Just listen to what they're saying. Like pick things up and play about with them, and the dialogue will change and react to you. And it's just really well done. And there is a lot of variety with the level design because you kind of going from completely different places. Like you're going from one area to another. Like you're in a dungeon 1 minute, you're in Tree World, you're in an office block, you're in like this place one that's on the screen now where these are my favorites. This Scooter and the gang, and yeah,
Yeah.
just when you're doing badass stuff that really ain't bad, and they're just like, oh my god, don't that you're so badass, and you like, what was some of the stuff like, oh yeah, funny. It's just
Spray
funny.
painting
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah, the level. So obviously, there's a lot of diversity here because of the concept. The concept is you're stuck in virtual reality, and obviously, anybody that's had VR for any period of time knows about the diversity in the games, and that's basically what you're doing. You're moving through VR. You meet the king of VR, by the way. If you've ever wondered, is there a king of VR? There is a king of VR, and you meet him in this game. Um, Replayable, totally replayable, because there are branching paths. I've played through this game twice. I haven't seen all the rooms. I know there are rooms in this game that I haven't found because I won't take a spoiler. I want to find it on my own. But endlessly replayable. Well, no, maybe not endlessly, but there's a lot of replayability here. And the whole draw is the dialogue. So what Alex was saying, take your time, is absolutely true. You could probably play through this game in 20 minutes if you're just trying to play it objective based. I want to find the end. But this game isn't about the destination. This game is about the journey. So when you get in this game, you want to hang out in these levels, interact with it, and listen to everything that they're saying, because that's the whole game is what they're saying. It's hilarious. Um, I guess we should go to final verdict on it. We've really said all there is to say about this game. It's absolutely hilarious and unique. Nothing else like this in VR. Not even Trover Saves the Universe, which is funny in similar ways to this game, but really it's nothing like this at all. Um, Roots, what's your final verdict on this game? Would you recommend it?
I would. I think it's one of the most obnoxious and willfully offensive games you'll ever play. Uh, but that being said, it's amazing for that reason. It's going to offend some people, and those people will not like it at all. They just the cursing in it will push some people away. But I really enjoyed it. I think just you could, like you said, sitting around and listening to the dialogue, it gives me more reason to want to stay. Like I even had problems leaving Clovis today. You know, I thought I got a show to do. I want to check this out again. And Clovis drew me in. He sucked me in with his peaceful tones, and then I had to remember what my objective was. But yeah, it's I would say my final verdict is definitely pick it up. I would say as cheaply as you can, but I agree with Alex. If you just go with the free version, you're missing a good bit of content that is actually better than the original version. So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I played this. This was the last thing I played today before we recorded, and I was like you. I found myself sticking around with Clovis a little bit too long, and I'm like, man, what am I doing here? I don't have that much time. Why am I just chilling out here with Clovis? So I kind of pushed my way through it. I did play through the whole thing, and I found a room that I hadn't been in before, which was awesome. And at the end of it, I didn't want to stop because the particular path that I took kind of loops you through the game, and you start over again, but everything's slightly different than it was the first time. Everything's a little off. I wanted to keep going, but I had to stop. So yeah, I absolutely love it. It's hilarious, and I'll definitely be back in it again. Recommend for me. What about you, Alex? What say you?
Yeah, I've already said it, but yeah, I recommend it. Like I say, I think it's worth paying something for it over the free version. Personally, how much is up to you, but I think it probably is a little bit on the pricey side for what it is. So I probably would wait for a sale on this one.
Yeah, I think $10 is fair. If it has gone up over 10, that's probably a little much for it, just because it's so short and one dimensional as far as gameplay goes. But as we've said many times before, price is a subjective thing. So if $12 just ain't shit to you, then yeah, 100% pick it up. It's something that everyone who enjoys crude humor should experience. And if you love Trover and you love that style of humor, then you've probably already played it. But if you haven't, you probably should. All
Yep.
right. If no one else has anything else to say about it,
Nope.
No,
well, all right. I want to thanks for watching, friends. If you like our reviews, be sure to click the like button and subscribe. And we will see you next week. Thanks for watching.
Cool.
bye,
Yeah.
Bye.
bye.